As the President of Liberia, my goal is to gain more financial stability through our exported items, reestablish education, infrastructure, and a healthcare system for my people, as well as get a stable judiciary system in place. Due to the 17 years of war that Liberia has fallen victim to, it has resulted in a catastrophic downfall of our entire economic structure. Thousands of citizens were killed and the rest fled for their lives, devastating Liberia's population. Now that the warfare has ended and we are in a state of recovery, it is crucial that we use the few resources we have left to reconstruct the country we all know we can be. Providing employment and a safer environment will help our people return to Liberia. One of the main sources of income we have here is our merchant marine industry. The United States, Norway, Japan, and China are amongst the countries that use our harbors the most, and coincidentally are all at the top of the world's economic list. Rubber is the #1 exported item we have leaving through Duluth Harbor. By increasing the cost to dock at the harbor and purchase our merchandise, it will allow a little financial leeway for the expansion of our farms and plantations. It is important that we have the proper space, equipment, and labor force to correctly plant, distribute, and collect our rubber. The Firestone rubber industry is amongst the largest plantation here in Liberia. By allowing them to finally expand their plantation, it will not only increase the amount of exports but provide more employment as well as income through our land taxes. Rubber takes 25 to 30 years to mature, so it is important that replanting happens immediately. There is currently a farming class which was put together to teach citizens in need of employment proper skills to care for rubber. This course will become mandatory for all plantations who contribute to the exporting of rubber and at their own cost. We will use these monies from the course to help expand and finance it. Cocoa plants are also a great agricultural plant we can potentially grow from. Although we aren't amongst the top cocoa providers, we do produce about 20% of what is needed to be at the top. Expanding and maintaining these crops will open up more employment options, allowing citizens to support their families and increase the money flow through Liberia. The Land Commission of Liberia recently passed a bill in 2013 to grant citizens the right to their own land. Starting this year, Liberia will pay citizens who have land to grow either cocoa or rubber. However, in return, exports will be property of Liberia. We have been doing well on improving the quality, freedom, and GDP of our country within the last 5 years. These changes to our export industry will also contribute to an increase in our ratings. Once Liberia starts to accumulate more economic stability, the expansion of infrastructure will occur. Building small houses, community centers, classrooms, and roads will provide the community with a more secure and stable environment. Once the infrastructure is in place, education will become the main priority along with healthcare. The education and healthcare system in Liberia took a major downfall after the civil wars, and in result there is an insufficient amount of teachers and health aides. The free schooling for children 6 to 16 will continue in community centers, but an increase in centralized schooling in the most populated areas will begin. Encouraging children and their families to attend schools with qualified teachers will improve the foundation of education that needs to take place. Teaching the youth about diseases, politics, and basic livelihood skills will improve the outlook for the future. Healthcare-wise, hundreds of thousands of people die each year from diseases, many of which can be prevented with a simple immunization. Creating a better outlook for doctors and nurses through education and better hospitals and clinics will encourage citizens to get checked and help prevent the spread of diseases. There will be a monthly class open to the public to spread awareness of common diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and hepatitis A. Aside from getting our country back to an economically stable state, getting a proper judicial system in place will play a crucial role. One of the main reasons that the civil wars began was due to an inadequate justice system. We do currently have a Supreme Court equipped with a Chief of Justice and a Circuit Court judge who follow the Constitution of Liberia. The Liberian National Police Academy is in charge of all other police-like investigations in Liberia. An increase in the amount of deputies along with an increase in the strictness of laws will help encourage the start of better conduct in Liberia. The killing and abducting of child soldiers are amongst one of the highest concerns for citizens here. Having more deputies on guard as well as a better judicial system to put away offenders will help keep the streets clear of these kinds of problems. It is important that we follow the rules of our country and come together to help make Liberia a safer, more dependable place.